Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's All City Live TV. Thank you for tuning in. And today I wanted to talk about some of the issues. So before you purchase NBA 2K20, the past maybe 3 cycles of 2K releases have been, I think the community will agree with me, overall disappointing. What I'm hoping for is that 2K has follow through. The past few years, I felt like, I sit down, I'm ready to eat a cheeseburger, got a milkshake on the side. I'm ready to just go in. And when I go to bite into my sandwich, it's a chicken sandwich. So you go through the drive-thru, you purchase your cheeseburger, your milkshake, you come home, sit down, ready to eat, take your first bite, and you got a chicken sandwich. No, I'm tired of it, 2K. I don't want that anymore. If you release an event, if you market an event, make sure the event works prior to marketing. I don't want to play in the stands, 2K. You have a dev team, you have a budget that's insane beyond anyone's imagination. There is no reason why things like private matchmaking, pro-am private matchmaking don't work. Where in 2019, why wouldn't private matchmaking work? Why would you release a product that has a community backing, a huge community, and you don't allow that community to play with each other? These are issues that need to be resolved, in my opinion, for 2K20 to be successful. If you have events, if you have private matchmaking, if you have options in the game, those options should be viable. You should be able to use the options that are in the game. Let's talk about badges. Badges are something that I've had an issue with since 2K17. I had a glass cleaner in 2K17. I loved the brick wall badge. It was so fun. Although I know it was cheese, I played with a sharpshooter. I create a shout out to TTP Wheels. Me and him used to go in an SP. We'd go in and we just dominate with that brick wall badge and just working that screen. But from mid to end year or mid to end cycle, I go to set a screen and my player literally would turn to the side and allow the defender to pass right by me. And it was something completely out of my control. And that was the dev's way or the franchise way of alleviating some of the concerns from defenders that were complaining about the brick wall badge being OP. So instead of creating or maybe sliding up the defensive sliders, they eliminate one of my badges. So when 2K20 tells me, or people that went to community day tell me that there's going to be 80 plus badges, I say, well, I had a glass cleaner that had 42 badges. And more than half of those badges were irrelevant. Not to mention this past year. If you have limitless range, you're going to be shooting from half court. If you have Hall of Fame rim protector, you're going to have 0 blocks. How does that work, 2K? How does that make sense, 2K? Allow your community to play with each other. Allow your community to... These are at the very basic level. If you're going to offer a product, then the community goes in and has a certain expectation, a certain standard that says, okay, and this is what I find unfortunate, is that I go in to 2K and say, with the expectation that they're going to have a huge amount of issues. And that shouldn't be the case. I shouldn't be thinking. I should go and purchase this product in confidence. And we've come to a point where 2K dumbs down their product each year. They dumb it down so that the next year release seems that much better. This was a huge controversy not so many years ago. We've had YouTubers talking about it. I can't recall, but I can't recall which YouTuber, but I just remember seeing the video of someone talking about how the franchise dumbs down their game with whatever sliders they're manipulating, so that the release of the next year just seems that much better. Psychologically, you don't even realize, it's just a matter of the endorphins. When you play the game in the beginning of the cycle, how you feel about it, how it makes you feel. It makes you feel excited. It makes you feel happy to play it, enjoyable. Each year, we go through the same cycle, and that's 2K's marketing plan. Now, I am not knocking the franchise in whole. I enjoy playing the game. It's one of the only games that I enjoy playing. I just wish that some of these issues were resolved before you release your next cycle, or before you don't get me. I think that the 2K community can agree in whole that if they make the fundamental mechanics work properly, then we can go and work on the aesthetic. Let's make the fundamental mechanics work properly, just like with any real NBA team. Your core, you work on your fundamental mechanics, and then you work on aesthetic. That's for any IRL basketball player, IRL basketball team, NBA team. The core fundamentals are always worked on prior to working on aesthetic. So I think the 2K community can agree with me in whole, and I'm hoping that's the case. Understand, this is not just a vent video. It's not a rage video. It's nothing like that. At its core, I just want the fundamental mechanics to work properly, and then we'll add the aesthetic. And what I mean by that, as far as 2K goes, is I don't care if I have an event if it doesn't work properly. I don't want to play in the stands, 2K. You heard me say it before. I don't want to have to pass to someone on the bleacher seat. I want to be able to see the rim and the backboard. I don't want to go into Gold Rush and just lag out, and 2K or whoever, takes my VC right from me. In a Gold Rush game, imagine when VC is a commodity, a huge commodity within the 2K community, you're going to allow a lag out in which you lose VC. Why do lagouts even exist when you purchase VC to boost your player and you just lose that VC because the game lagged you out and it counts one down as a game played? These are things that need to be fixed, 2K. You're dealing with real IRL money. People are dishing out money to boost up their player. When that becomes the case, when you have people that are, it's one thing you purchase a product, you purchase a video game, and it plays out this way. This is the product that you purchase, and this is how it plays throughout its cycle. It's quite another thing when you have people dish out IRL money, their own hard-earned money, and you have devs on the back end DJing sliders. Straight creating a whole mix with sliders. A whole new mixtape. A straight 2K mixtape with the sliders. So now you dished out $50 for a player that you created and you thought you was going to be competitive with, and you can no longer use. This is the stuff that we need as a community to demand of the franchise. Now, I'm not calling for a boycott. Everyone needs their entertainment. However they see fit, you need your entertainment. But when entertainment turns into anger, when entertainment, and I've been live streaming for a long, long time. When entertainment turns on its head and you start seeing some of these young boys feeling down on themselves because they can't play a game well. 2K needs to realize this as well. And this, I don't want to be too dramatic, but it's definitely something that maybe I'd be the first YouTuber, the very first YouTuber to address, is that not every household with these young boys, and we know 2K markets to these young boys, not every household is a 2-parent household. A lot of these households in which these young boys are playing these games are single-parent households. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, the very important reason why I am mentioning this, and everybody knows who watches me, I don't hold my tongue, I speak real topics, real talk, is that they don't have the confidence. Single-parent households, some of these boys, these young boys, just don't have the confidence within them to believe that this game is not real. It doesn't define who they are. If you fail at this game, that doesn't mean that you're a failure in real life. So while devs are out there messing with sliders, you got some of these young boys losing in this game and feeling real down on themselves. You know, there's an emotional aspect that they attach themselves to this game. And if they play good in the game, then they have a good day. If they play bad, then they're not having such a good day. Definitely things that we gotta consider. These are very important issues, and I wish an issue like that was put on the forefront when someone starts messing with sliders on the back end. Release your product. Say, this is the product that I'm releasing. I ordered a cheeseburger. I'm going to pick up that cheeseburger. Don't give me a chicken sandwich. I wanted beef, not chicken. Substance. Give me substance. And make sure that your product is the same upon release. Why isn't the game tested prior to release? Tested in full. Why do you have a prelude every single year and then have patches when it's released? Why isn't 30 days or 60 days worth of feedback from the community enough to have a proper release? This is not a rage video, trust me when I tell you. This is just speaking real talk, real facts about a franchise that has not committed fully. They keep focusing on aesthetic over mechanics. You have some casual gamers, you have some hardcore gamers. You have some veterans within the 2K franchise. And you have a bunch of newcomers. Wasn't 2K17 free for a little while? So you introduced the game to a whole new crowd of players. Great marketing tactic. Release it free. Let them play. If you do release it free and introduce the game to a wider audience, then how about you release a great product? A product that every time a dev releases a patch, to me, that says, just like you get a cut, you put a Band-Aid over it. I wasn't born with cuts. An accident happened, which is why I put a Band-Aid over it. So 2K, you're telling me that you had a bunch of accidents, so you have 12 accidents a year for 12 patches? Get that stuff straight, 2K. Ronnie, get on your A game. Definitely need to be more transparent with the community. The franchise in whole needs to be more transparent. Everybody, I want transparency. I don't want to guess how to get to Elite 3, even though I'll always be the top rep every year it releases. But I want to know. Tell me exactly what I need to do, what win percentage I need to have, how many games need to be played, or for transparency. There was a huge uproar within the community when you couldn't figure out how to get your badges. I don't know if you guys recall, just not too many years ago, where you're shooting, some people are shooting 25 corner 3-pointers to get corner specialists. Other people are shooting 50 corner shots to get corner specialists. We need to know. Say, this is it. Clear cut. There's obviously a code within your game that says this is what it is. This is not guesswork. Why not be more transparent? Just offer the community a little bit more transparency. Stay connected with your community. If the 2K community is definitely forgiving, one of the most forgiving communities that I know out there. Toxic for sure, but a huge amount of the community is forgiving to your franchise. So be more transparent, connect with your community. If you're going to offer patches, then tell us why this patch is being added. Let us know not only why the patch was added, but your concept behind it. Have a community manager that's able to say, well, we released this patch to accommodate, etc., etc. I'm releasing this video, and it's going to barely be edited. I'm releasing this video not for this year's release. It may not even get any views. The video may not even get any views, and I'm okay with that. But it's documentation. I want to document each year's release and what has changed prior, because now they're taking aspects of 2K14, 15, and 16 from what I understand. And this has been another way in which they do things. Although the whole community would appreciate a 16 release remastered. The 2K franchise continues to revert backwards and present it as something new. And again, that was something that a few YouTubers have brought to light, where 2K has this weird way, because the community and the good majority of the community is short-sighted and very forgiving. So they just go 2 or 3 years back, take aspects of that game and push it forward and present it as something new. So there needs to be documentation. Somebody needs to be out there saying, we already had that, 2K. What are you doing? If you're presenting something new, give me something new. Otherwise, call it remastered. Say it's NBA 2K16 remastered. And I'm sure the community would appreciate that. And overall, what I'm trying to say is transparency. Be transparent with what you're offering. I'm a businessman myself. And I pride myself on being transparent. 2K should pride themselves because they're a very profitable company. Pride yourself on being transparent. Put the people in place that could better connect with the community. Leave out the guesswork, and you'll recreate that nostalgia that a good part of the community once had for you guys. Allow the community to hold you guys dear to their heart. Create sentimental value with each release. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was extra long, but again, I just wanted to create documentation for each cycle. So this video may not be relevant for NBA 2K20 release, but it sure is going to be relevant a good 3-4 years down the line, where somebody's referencing, how has 2K changed? Who has spoken about it? Who has created documentation for each release to hold the company accountable? Something that's out there that reminds the community of what the previous release was and the emotions behind that release. How did things change throughout the years? What did 2K change throughout the year, throughout the actual cycle? How they take your money and present you something different than what you paid for. That has been our experience the last few years, and I hope it changes for NBA 2K20. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, and I'll holler at you guys again. Easy, y'all.